from football, we're going to be talking athletics, and you know the Ghana Athletics Association is holding its Congress on November 15, and during the Congress there would also be an election to elect new executives to steer the affairs of the association for the next 4 years. Now, 3 gentlemen are vying for the position. We have the incumbent chairman, that's Professor Francis Dodu. He is standing against former chairman of the association, Mr. George Luchot, and of course, Dr. Lamte is also vying for the same position. We already heard from a former athlete of Ghana, a former national athlete, 100 meters and 200 meters, Kweku Nimako. Now, today we're here with one of the candidates for the election. He is a former chairman, Mr. George Luchot. Good afternoon to you, sir. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so a former chairman between 2001 and 2004, am I right?
Yes, you're right, yes.
Okay, why do you want to... Say again?
It was a long time ago.
Quite a long time ago, but why do you want to come back?
Oh, it's not me who wanted to come back. I mean, I had a lot of requests from athletes, from coaches, from sports administrators, from former chairmen, athletes dating back from the 60s, prior to the present. Some of them I don't even know them.
I see.
But they want me to come back. So I was quite astounded. I said, well, what did I do that you want me to come back?
I see.
But they said no, they want me to come back. They feel that things have gone wrong, and maybe, I don't know.
Did all these people who made the request to you tell you exactly what has gone wrong and exactly what they want you to come and fix?
They feel that somehow they have been alienated from mainstream athletics. Athletics seems to belong to a small clique of athletes and people, and that mainstream athletics here in Ghana seems to be left out. That's how they feel. And I think for quite some time, a lot of us have been feeling that way.
I see.
And I guess that is why maybe we want to come back and see whether we can have a change in policy.
But in your own opinion, what is the state of Ghana athletics today?
I think it is not in a very good shape.
Why?
It's not in very good shape. We've had the worst Olympics ever. We've had the worst World Championships ever, you know, and many of our former athletes left before their prime. Geyser was told he was too old and had to go to Holland, and he decided to go to naturalize for Holland. And stories are being bandied around that he went there because he wanted the money or so forth, which is not true. And I spoke to Geyser, I chatted with him, and when I told him I was standing for election, he was happy. He said, "Oh, how I wish he was jumping for Ghana again."
I see.
So you see, there's some fundamental things
wrong.
that is wrong.
But during your time, I mean, what were some of your achievements?
Oh, I think what we did is that we tried. There's a lot of saying that we did not bring any young people up. But we did we had a lot of young talent in my time coming up. Kadwachi, Nimaku, Adadi, you know, a whole lot of people. But you ask yourself, well, what's happened to them?
Exactly.
What has happened to them? We had the best junior relay team in West Africa.
In West Africa?
Yes, we did.
Wow.
The Nigerian chairman at that time wanted our relay team to come to Nigeria to train with their athletes.
Oh, I see.
But the sports council at that time refused.
Okay.
You know, we were that good. We had just a huge young crop of people coming up.
Did any of your athletes win laurels for Ghana?
Oh, I mean, all African Games, under my chairmanship, we won the highest haul of gold medals and medals of any games ever. It was the most successful games Ghana ever had.
Okay.
And we had some achievements.
Okay. So if this is your problem, then it means that you're not happy with the current executive.
But we're not happy with the current executive because I don't think they put emphasis on local talent in the sense that you have, everybody seems to be from the United States. You have a Ghanaian, I don't know whether there's somebody sitting behind the computer and says, there's a lady in New York called Mary Buachi, she does a long job. Let us bring her. Instead of the lady in Bogafo who's also struggling. It seems to be all slick and Americanized. That is not about athletics.
Wow. Wow. So then what do you want to do? I mean, you want to turn things around, definitely, but what exactly do you want to do? What's your agenda? You're giving the
I thought we were going to have a very clean campaign based on issues. And based on issues. Unfortunately, as of last Saturday, you had Andrew Owusu going on the radio station.
One of the coaches, the national team coaches.
Is Dr. Andrew Owusu, one of Francis Dodi's right-hand people.
Okay, what did he say?
Going on radio, maliciously maligning me, you know, defaming my character, my hard-earned reputation.
Are you suing him for that?
I'm suing him for that.
Have you sued him already, or you are?
We are in the process of suing him. I've met the lawyers, and we are going to sue him because what he said.
He as a person, or the entire?
No, he as a person.
Okay.
But he made those accusations.
Okay.
And I was not chairman at that time.
Okay.
I was not the chairman at the time of the incident which he was complaining about.
Okay. Okay. So you're suing him. That's
the process has started.
Okay.
You know.
All right. But then, like I'm asking you, what exactly would you want to bring fresh on board?
What we would like to do is, first of all, the Athletics Association or Athletics Ghana is so divided. Very, very much divided.
So you need a united front.
We need a united front. I mean, I'll just give you one example. I was chatting with an athlete who is Legon. And I said, oh, I am standing for the election against Dr. Francis Dodu. And immediately she wrote, oh, how I hate that man. I said, no, you don't do that. You don't say that.
Wow.
And she apologized. Why has athletics
Everybody has an issue.
Why is that? What's the problem?
Okay.
What's the problem?
Okay.
So we need to get
First
together,
of all, to unite.
And
then next,
try and get finance for the private sector and see how we can move forward.
You think you can help
I think we can do
without the government funds?
No. I've always said it from the beginning that it's got to be a government-private partnership. Okay. You know, and then you will get the success.
I see.
We will need.
I see.
And that is what I'm aiming for.
Okay, so first of all is to unite them, and then to get finance to fund your projects, and then
the young try and get the young, room up the young time, not forgetting the ones who are who we call old, but we groom them. It's got to be a phase where you phase them out slowly. Okay. You don't just chop them off like what has happened. Okay. Who told you Margaret Simpson cannot throw the heptathlon again? Who told you Bananim cannot run? I see. And who told you Aziz even cannot run? And we just thrown all these people off. It's quite very unfair. Okay. Yes. But
there's something that could probably delay the Congress. I mean, it's the fact that there are supposed to be regional congresses held before the national one is done. I mean, what's the situation with that?
Well, I mean, from this studio, I'm going straight to see the chief executive of the National Sports Council. Okay. Because when you have a constitution, you have to follow the constitution to the core. Yeah. The constitution says regional elections must be held before national elections, blah, blah, blah. And why are we superseding these?
Do you think that there's a particular reason why the current executive is not really interested in the regional elections?
So as the incumbent, the regional members at the moment, the delegates, were people who...
They called you? Some of them called you to tell you they want you back?
Oh, 2 or 3 of them have done that, but that's certainly not enough.
So you think that he kind of, the current executive they might lose the election? I'm not going to make any...
yes, I mean, but it's a very fair... The playing field must be... Level.
Definitely.
And the constitution says
regional elections
before the national elections. We got to go by the constitution. Okay. You just can't pick and choose which part of the constitution you want to implement. Okay. That would be wrong. Okay. And I will insist on that. Okay. And if you are not careful, another injunction could come on it, and we're not going to have an election.
So should we have the assurance that we're going to have the regional elections and then go ahead with National Congress on November 15? Do you think the date might change?
It might have to change.
It might have to change. Pushed forward
it will have to be pushed backward because we need time to organize regional elections and to be fair on people. Okay. And I do hope that the Sports Council, which has the oversight for these things, will make sure.
The directive actually came from the boss of the National Sports Authority, Mr. J. Penge. He directed that regional elections be held first before the national elections.
Sure. And not only that, but the Constitution says that. So we cannot. I heard rumors that Mr. Penge was going to be reported to the IAF for interfering. interfering in the affairs of the GAA
Really?
because he
When
wants
your
to
constitution
make sure that you are following the constitution. You know that's another thing for
for another one.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now, so your message simply is that you want a united front. You
Very
want
much
to
so.
find means of funding,
Yes.
and then you want to tap young and raw talents
That's right.
from here,
Yes.
not athletes based outside Ghana.
Everywhere, but we must look at Ghana. Ghana. This is where Ghana athletics is. Not in New York. Not
What
in
happens
Tennessee.
to the athletes who are groomed from the Winneba Sports College? What happens to them?
Well, this is where we have to look at that very carefully.
Okay.
We have to look at how the athletes here in Ghana can really feel developed and move ahead. Not concentrating all the time. You know, we've sent a lot of athletes to the States. It has not been successful.
Wow.
It's not been successful. I can name a whole lot of them. So that solution, let's send the athletes to the United States.
Wow.
That will solve everything. Has not delivered.
Mr. George Lutrot is a former chairman of the Ghana Athletics Association. He was chairman between 2001 and 2004. Thanks very much for your time,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
And he's seeking, should I call it re-election? Because it's been quite long. He is standing against incumbent Professor Francis Dodu, as well as Dr. Lamte. So you'll be hearing more of him, or more from him, in our subsequent